been set aside for conservation and more effective management. You're not only protecting populations, but you're protecting entire habitats.
To protect the coastline, we do foot patrols, we do vehicle patrols. We set up an observation post to look out for any illegal activity that is happening on the marine side and also the forest.
Most of the things that we encounter are people poaching, putting snares so that they can actually catch the mammals. People that come to collect the plants which are protected. On the marine side, we normally have issues with overfishing. Sometimes they fish without permits.
When it comes to poaching, the first thing that comes to mind will be rhino poaching and forgetting about the other species, which will be your abalone, which is also listed now as an endangered species.
To be able to protect those species against well-managed poaching incidences, you need to have very strong law enforcement teams.
My most memorable arrest was back in 2021, where we arrested a group of 48 abalone poachers. We discovered also 3 bags of abalone that were stashed in the forest. What disappointed me about the arrest was the fact that the bail was the minimum, and they were just released again back into our communities.
The courts don't understand the regulations that we use. So I decided that I'm gonna start environmental law with the hope that one day, instead of actually taking our problems to the other courts, we can take them to the environmental courts. And I hope that with this dream that I have, I can be able to achieve it one day.
Do you know an abalone?
No.
A perlemoon?
No.
You don't know a perlemoon? No. Oh, this is a perlemoon. You see, you're not supposed to catch. Ne? Say 0.
Another one of my duties, which I'm also very passionate about, is community outreach.
This one is for you.
There's a lot of people who don't understand what conservation is all about, and the communities that we visit, they need this information.
So this one can catch 10 per day.
Yeah.
Can you count to 10?
Yeah.
1, 2.
When I work with the kids, it makes me really fulfilled. I tend to think like kids, and what would kids want? If you start them at a very young age, then they grow up to understand what conservation is all about.
I'm going to put these onto each end of the net, and then if you can reverse backwards, I'll let the net out in front of us.
It is very appealing to work with the scientific services guys. Previously, we have had issues where a species of mullet were actually dying a lot in our lakes, and we did not understand what was that all about.
Okay, go stern a bit more.
They will actually put nets in just to target those specific types of fish and then take them to the laboratory to collect some data on them.
When we do work with the wildlife, I think it's an opportunity for co-learning. These guys are out there far more than what we are, all day, every day, and they pick up and they see stuff. And then that suddenly makes sense to something that you're seeing maybe in your data.
You know, we talk about sustainability, and the work that we do is very important.
I would like to envision a better relationship between humans and the marine environment, one where there is a better appreciation, a better awareness, and a better desire to protect that space.
We need more support from the public, we need more stakeholders, because together we stand a good chance of winning the fight of conservation. So they say together you have got a stronger voice.
My name is Joseph Makoa, aka the Travel Mufasa, and I walked 1,500 kilometers around Zimbabwe. What I really wanted to do was just to travel to all the parts of Zimbabwe. But when I looked at the map just to pinpoint the places that I wanted to go to, I just noticed something interesting. one continuous road that covered the entire Zimbabwe. So I thought about it and I said, okay, what if I walk this road instead? Now that's more challenging, that's more interesting. You actually get to connect more with people, with the country, with everything. When the journey started, I was super pumped up and I was excited about each and every day. I remember the first night after I walked 40 kilometers, I felt at least intent. I was scared. But when I woke up the next morning, I said, okay, I'm safe, I'm good, everything is there. Sometimes the locals would bring me in to their homes and I would eat with them. Sometimes you go some kilometers hungry without food. There was a time when I went about 30 kilometers without water. It was very intense. The only thing that was between me and passing out was one sweet that I was carrying in my backpack, and luckily I pulled through. I had so much positivity in me that today is going to be a great day. I'm going to see something new, I'm going to see something interesting. But then it came to a point when I was now in the lower veld of Zimbabwe, and it was extremely hot. I started getting heat strokes, and I'm like, okay, now this is bad. Sometimes I even had to walk at night just to avoid the heat. And then I started getting some doubts, like, can't I do this in a car or something? And then I twisted my ankle. I'm by myself here, I'm feeling the pain, and not getting paid for this. This is just for fun. Why can't I just stop now? I had a lot of people who were sending me messages that during my walk, I'm actually giving them hope that they can achieve anything that they want. One lady texted me saying that she had cancer. She said during the walk, each and every day that passes, it gives her the power, the energy to fight cancer. And I said to myself, okay, if I quit today, she's probably going to quit too. It was because of these people that I just kept on pushing and I made it through. The way that I now see the world is different from how I used to see it. I wanted to work for me. I wanted to satisfy myself, to just do something that no one has ever done before. But after the walk, it was never about me anymore. It was about the people, the wildlife, the environment. So this walk changed me in the sense that I've just become this person who's so much in love with nature, like never before. And I don't think there's someone out there who loves nature more than I do. What I want to do now is to help people connect with the world. Because if we can connect with the trees, if we can connect with the animals, if we can connect with the environment, then it's at that moment that we can actually get to take care about it. I've set myself up to educate children because it starts with the small kids, and that's how we can create a whole generation of people who actually appreciate conservation. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, but the second best time to plant it, it's now. Every Zimbabwean, when asked, what's your favorite animal? It should always be elephants. We have the second biggest number of elephants in the world. It's something that we should be proud of as Zimbabweans. Like, we are elephants. We love elephants. I want to put it out to every Zimbabwean that if you haven't seen an elephant, just find your way to go and see it in real life, not on TV, not on magazines. It will be an amazing experience. Before I used to think, okay, Zimbabwe belongs to the government, Zimbabwe belongs to a certain group of people. But now I got to understand that Zimbabwe belongs to me, Zimbabwe belongs to you, Zimbabwe belongs to everyone. And it is our duty to actually take care of it.
bá jáde mọ̀rìnwó la kọ́kọ́ rí ọwọ́ gẹ́gẹ́ ní síwájú ìjó ẹsẹ̀ kàtàkàtà ní síwájú rìn bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ti ń gbúrò wa a tún ti dé náà nù ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò Ó Wà Ńbẹ̀ Ọ̀lìtẹ̀ pẹ̀lú ẹ̀yin tó ẹ̀yin ọ̀rẹ́ ìtùlí àtẹ túmọ̀ tí mo rẹ́ni kejì ẹ lè pè mí ní sùsù tó bá wẹ lómi a sọ pé ìyálòde àríyá gbogbo orúkọ tẹ́ ẹ bá pè mí kò sí èyí tí mi ò ní jẹ yín ẹ farabalẹ̀ kẹ́ ẹ máa gbádùn ètò Ó Wà Ńbẹ̀ Unlimited lórí ìkànnì Western Spring Television ní ìkànnì 190 ibẹ̀ ni Ó Wà Ńbẹ̀ Unlimited ń bọ̀ wá ẹ fàpùrẹ̀ tẹ̀dí kẹ́ ẹ máa gbádùn ètò àríyá wa.
Mo ń sọ fún yín pé ẹ máa wo Ó Wà Ńbẹ̀ Unlimited lórí Western Spring Television.
Western Spring Television, ours it is.
Dédé àsìkò yìí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí wà lórí ètò wa Aláṣẹ ṣàlàáfíà lẹ́wà ẹ mọ̀ pé gbogbo ìgbà tá bá ti pàdé lórí ètò yìí la máa mú nǹkan ọ̀tun wá fún yín àkọ́kọ́ náà kẹ́ fi kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì tó wá dàbí rẹ̀ tó jà jùlọ ni pé kẹ́ lè jẹ oúnjẹ aládùn oúnjẹ tó ṣara yín lóore ṣe mọ̀ pé Aláṣẹ yín máa ń jẹ́ kó yé yín gbogbo gbà pé ẹ jẹ́ kí oúnjẹ gidi oúnjẹ tó nítumọ̀ kì í ṣe oúnjẹ gàkíá o oúnjẹ tó nítumọ̀ tó léròjà tó péye lásìkò kó jẹ́ òògùn wa torí pé ọmọ tó bá ń jẹun ò kí ń rù ìdí ẹ̀ nìyẹn ò tẹ́ fi rí pé gbogbo ìgbà tá bá ti wá sórí ètò Aláṣẹ inú mi máa ń dùn èmi fúnra mi tó jẹ́ pé kí ni tí má ti jẹun ètò kù fúyẹ́ ẹ káàbọ̀ lórúkọ gbogbo àwọn ikọ̀ tá a jọ ń ṣiṣẹ́ ìkànnì Western Spring Television ìkànnì àádọ́wàá channel 190 lórí Star Times náà ni ẹ ti ń wò wáyé tó bá dẹ̀ jẹ́ ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ mojú ẹ̀ gangan ẹ̀yin ti wá tẹ́ ẹ mọ bó ṣe ń lọ nígboro ayé ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ mọ ìparí sípẹ́lì yẹn délẹ̀ ìyẹn lẹ́yìn tẹ́ wà lórí ìkànnì alájùmọ̀lò gbogbo social media wa náà lẹ́tì lè darapọ̀ mọ́ wa tẹ́ ẹ sì lè máa tẹ̀lé tò yìí Aláṣẹ lẹ́tò Western Spring Television làwà Folúṣọ́ Olúwagbémiga ìyá ìjọ pèdèpèdè yìí Aláṣẹ yín ló tún kí yín pé ẹ tún káàbọ̀ sórí ètò fún tòní mú bọ̀ wá. mo kí yín ẹ káàbọ̀ padà sórí ètò Aláṣẹ níkànnì Western Spring Television lórí ètò fún tòní ẹ ti mọ̀ pé èmi ìyá Aláṣẹ mo kàn máa ń mẹ́nu ẹ̀ mo dẹ̀ máa ń mojú ẹ̀ ní o mo máa ń mú ojú tiyín kò ní sọ èyí la jẹ́ Aláṣẹ wa lóníṣọ̀ tí n bá ti mú yín kóra kẹ́kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tán bá ti ṣetán kémi ṣiṣẹ́ lámètọ́ nǹkan tẹ́mi wà fún nìyẹn o ṣèbẹ́ rí lẹ́ẹ̀kẹ́ mi ìyá Aláṣẹ mi gan máa kọ́kọ́ jẹ́ màá wá sọ bó ṣe rí fún yín lórí ètò fún tòní èmi kọ́ ni mo máa sóúnjẹ fún yín o Aláṣẹ ti wà lórí ètò wọ́n ti jira wá ilẹ̀ ti kún rẹ́rẹ́rẹ́ gbogbo nǹkan tó ń fẹ́ sè fún wa wọ́n máa ṣàlàyé ẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n kó lè bá a dá yín lójú pé tún máa kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ lórí ètò fún tòní Aláṣẹ wa fún tòní ó yẹ máa wọlé bọ̀ wẹ́rẹ́ ẹ fakọ sí pẹ̀lú kàrámọ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ojúlówó ọlọ́wọ́ síbí ẹ máa bọ̀ lórí ètò ẹ jẹ́ káwọn tèmi nílé kan rí yín ṣé ẹ ti wọlé ṣẹ́ ẹ wẹnu ọkọ nǹkan kì í ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ rà ló ẹ kú dédé àsìkò yìí mà ẹ ṣe gan ni ẹ káàbọ̀ ṣàlàáfíà lẹ wà èmi gan ti ẹ̀ rí kí ló dé tójú ẹ̀yà Aláṣẹ ṣe máa ń dánná ó dà pé torí pé máa ń jẹun ni oúnjẹ gidi ni ó dáa pápápá ẹ bá mi kí gbogbo àwọn aráalé tí wọ́n wò wá lórí ètò pẹ̀lú orúkọ yín àti iléeṣẹ́ tẹ̀tí wá dáná fún wa.
ẹ káàsán, orúkọ tèmi ni Rukayat Bisola Ọlárìnwájú, èmi ni CEO Star Delight Restaurant.
Imagine that odidi CEO ni mo gbé wá fún yín lẹ́fí máa mọ̀ pé lórí ètò lónìí kì í mọ̀ ṣeré. ó dáa ilẹ̀kùn mo róríṣiríṣi mo tẹ̀ ó dáa mo dára ẹ̀sìn mọ̀ àtàlélé mi kàn mọ́rú ata tó jẹ́ ẹran lélẹ̀ ó ti wò mí lójú ó yá kí lẹ fẹ́ sè fún wa lórí ètò lórí kí lorúkọ oúnjẹ yẹn dọ̀gbọ́n.
a fẹ́ ṣe coconut rice.
Coconut rice.
tán fi omi àgbọn.
ṣé bàbàrà tún wà nú ẹ lẹ wá kó gbogbo ẹ ṣe bí ìrẹsì àmọ̀rẹsì coconut àgbọn ló ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ àmọ́ àwọn àgbà nílẹ̀ Yorùbá ńgbà tá à ń dàgbà wọ́n máa ń sọ pé ká má mu omi àgbọn o omi àgbọn yẹn lẹ́yìn fẹ́ẹ́ fi sóúnjẹ yìí.
omi àgbọn dá lára dáadáa ẹ bá ti mú tẹ́ ẹ lọ ẹ sì fún mílíkì ara rẹ̀ lẹ́lò.
lálò ọ̀là á tún lo mílíkì ok ẹ wá ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣàlàyé àwọn nǹkan tí a máa fi ṣe coconut rice àbí kí bò lẹ pé ó kọ rẹ̀ ó kò tí èké mi ná ká ṣáà ti jẹun lọ́rùn látòrí ilé ẹ bá mi ṣàlàyé lẹ́yìn kankan mo rí pé ìrẹsì rèé normal rice kì í ṣe pé àkọ́kọ́ wá ẹ mọ̀ pé oríṣiríṣi ìrẹsì náà ló wà normal ìrẹsì tá a fa golo wọn kò bí owú lọ́jà
baálé gangan rè
olórí ibẹ̀ ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe rà á nìyí ni àbí ìlànà owó lẹ́tẹ̀lé tí torí mo rí pé ó funfun lọ́gbọ́lọ́gbọ́ orí rẹ̀ tún.
ẹ lè rà á lọ́jà kò ní tèmi mo láìkéèyàn ṣe láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ mo mú àgbọn
tí ò ládàlú
lọ wá sẹ̀.
ẹ wá sẹ̀ dáadáa omi ara ẹ̀ tó jáde rèé ìyẹn ni pé olórí coconut rice lẹ́yìn ìrẹsì ẹ kọ́kọ́ wá omi àgbọn tẹ́tí fún.
so eléyìí báyìí ẹ máa grate
eléyìí lẹ lọ ẹ fún eléyìí ẹrin pẹ̀lú grater kì í ṣe pọ̀ bẹ̀lẹ̀ fi gé.
mo lẹ́ fi ṣe lọ́jọ́ eléyìí náà ń pè ní spring onion
àlùbọ́sà ìléwé gbogbo aládá yẹn mọ̀.
eléyìí náà ń pè ní báwà.
báwà ok àtàwà náà ni.
àtàwà náà eléyìí náà ń pè ní carrot.
ok
adẹ̀tún ní green peas.
ok ok ok
lẹ́yìn náà ní cabbage.
àdá yìí mọ̀ dáadáa
kìkì
bí ewé
a lè digest dáadáa.